If tomorrow were your last day, what would you do? Jonathan Hale had never thought he would ask himself that question. He had always believed he still had plenty of time to love, to play, to live. But then, in just one winter afternoon, a call from the hospital split his world into two halves. Before that day and after that day. Before that day, he lived to please everyone. After that day, he began to wonder, had he ever truly lived for himself? Jonathan Hale, 42 years old, is a finance employee living in Chicago. His life seemed perfect: a stable job, a comfortable house in the suburbs, and a schedule packed from morning to night. But everything he did seemed only to meet the expectations of others, of his boss, his colleagues, and his family. Every morning, Jonathan left home before his daughter was awake. Every evening, he returned late, having dinner while replying to emails. His smile in front of everyone was genuine, but never for himself. He can no longer remember the last time he did something he truly wanted. Perhaps it was 20 years ago, when he was still writing music at a small cafe by Lake Michigan. One cold December afternoon, while preparing for an important meeting, Jonathan received a call from the hospital. It was bad news. His closest friend from college, Daniel, had just passed away suddenly from a heart attack at the age of 43. Daniel wasn't wealthy, nor was he successful by society's definition, but he had lived fully, traveling everywhere, writing books, playing guitar at a small pub. Jonathan froze as he recalled something Daniel had said 3 months earlier. "John, we think we have plenty of time. But the truth is, no one knows how many days they have left." That day, Jonathan left the office without saying a word to anyone, walking into the snow and wind, feeling as if the whole city was wrapped in a cold, white veil. A week later, Jonathan skipped an important meeting. Instead of going to the office, he drove straight to the airport and bought a ticket for the earliest flight to Seattle, the place Daniel had once said he wanted to go with him to watch the sunrise on the shore of Olympic National Park. On the way, Jonathan met many strangers who left a deep impression on him. Clara, a 60-year-old cafe waitress who had once been a painter but gave up her art because her family opposed it. Now, every evening, she secretly paints the dreams she once lost. Liam, a 14-year-old boy running away from an abusive father, yet still believes people can change if they truly want to. Maya, a young Spanish woman who left her job as a lawyer to open a small bakery because "I don't want to spend my whole life in a suit I hate." Each story was like a fragment of a mirror reflecting Jonathan's own life, and made him see clearly the great emptiness in his soul. On his last night on the Washington coast, Jonathan sat alone in front of his tent, listening to the sound of the waves. He took an old guitar from the trunk of his car, the one he had forgotten for nearly 20 years, and played an unfinished song from his college days. As the chords rang out, he cried, not out of regret, but because he realized he still had time to start over. Others may be disappointed, but myself, never again. Jonathan returned to Chicago. He didn't give up everything, but he rearranged his life. He turned down unnecessary projects so he could have time to eat breakfast with his daughter. He set aside one evening each week to play music at a small venue. He and his wife made a list of 10 things they wanted to do before turning 50. Not everyone understood. Some colleagues thought he was losing his edge, but Jonathan smiled, because for the first time in many years, he knew he was living for himself. Message: life is too short to live only chasing the expectations of others. Sometimes it takes a shock to realize what truly matters. Others may be disappointed, but never allow yourself to be. Today is yours. Don't let anyone take it away.